District Court judge has ruled one of the U.S. Capitol rioters must stay in jail. The Justice Department says that Lisa Eisenhart is the mother of the Tennessee-based man seen carrying those zip tie-like restraints inside the Capitol. Like her son, court records show that Eisenhart was also seen in paramilitary gear and carrying a taser. The Department of Justice appealed after a judge in Nashville ruled Eisenhart could be released from custody and placed on house arrest. The mother and son, they're still in custody, and the judges ruled they must go to Washington to face those charges.